India is a proud country, a large population, a growing economy, and a democratic elected government. Emerging from the grasp of imperialism, India was the front runner in the fight for freedom. Having achieved their own independence, one would assume that India has ensured freedom for all of her people. But all is not well. India ranks third in the world for highest number of rapes. Undoubtedly, it would rank higher if more rapes were reported, but sadly, many crimes go unnoticed due to the political, cultural, and social insensitivity showed towards victims of sexual violence. A majority of rape cases in India are never revealed, as 60% of sexual assaults go unreported in the government of Odisha. Since the age of Indus Valley civilizations, over 4,000 years ago, India has been a thoroughly patriarchal society. Men had priority in rights, while women mostly suffered from neglect and inequality. It eventually became the norm for gendered violence to go unreported. In a society where purity was valued greatly, being a rape victim essentially meant not having a future. Raped women were abandoned by families and left to starve on the streets, while the rapists went wildly unpunished. Luckily, society has achieved legal reform since then. In 1972, a 16-year-old girl was raped by 2 police officers in the police station. The Supreme Court had acquitted the accused officers, which led to public cry and outrage. This incident ultimately brought the amendments to the Indian rape laws through the criminal law. The case has left a lasting legacy on awareness for women's rights, equality, oppression, and patriarchal mindsets. It initiated many movements in India, and slowly, women gained more freedom and rights as they fought for themselves. A century ago, a sexually abused woman wouldn't dream of telling her stories to others. But now, many women show their courage by reporting the crimes. Unfortunately, India still has many long years to go. The continuous patriarchal society hinders women from gaining full equal rights, and therefore are disadvantaged by reporting rape cases. India has experienced a culture of rape for generations, and this can be largely attributed to the deeply entrenched caste system in the society. The caste system creates distinct social groups, categorizing people based on their jobs, family background, and spiritual purity. The lowest group, the untouchables, or self-proclaimed Dalits, define themselves by the perpetual oppression and struggle that they face in the caste system. According to a study by the National Campaign on Dalit Human Rights, approximately 67% of Dalit women report instances of sexual violence. The Vice President for the Civil Union of Civil Rights stated that 90% of rape victims are Dalit women, and of those, 85% are underage. In many cases, these women are exploited by upper caste men and are unable to act out or respond to these crimes for fear of breaking the caste system rules and being severely punished. Upper caste men often escape charges as they gain impunity from their higher caste status. The government and police system in India can also be largely to blame for the ignored exploitation of these women. Because of the low rate Indian lawyers receive per case they complete, the system invites incompetent men to take larger sum bribes for their cases. This, combined with the illiteracy and lack of knowledge Dalit women have regarding the legal process, creates a cycle of corrupt law further exploiting lower caste women. After a rape incident, these women face a barrage of pressures from their own family, the family of the accused, the police, and their village. These pressures and the woman's own illiteracy on the legal process stem any effort the rape victim makes to pursue their rights. Even in the event that a rape case is reported, the police's own incompetency factors in. The police often takes bribes from the victim's family to silence the case, disbelieve any rape claims made by Dalit women, inaccurately record the rape in order to avoid legal issues, or in some cases, rape the Dalit rape victims because they themselves believe in the notion that Dalit women are inferior due to their lower caste status. According to the National Crime Records Bureau, 24,923 rape cases were reported across India in 2012, but experts agree that the number of unreported cases of sexual assault brings the total much higher. Out of these, 24,470 were committed by parents or family, relatives, neighbors, and other known people, implying that men known to the victim committed 98% of reported rapes. The latest estimates suggest that a new case of rape is reported every 22 minutes in India. Of all the cases reported, on average, only 19% of them result in the conviction of the rapist. 93 women are raped every day in India. Poverty is a leading cause of the high rape rates in India, Madhukeshwar states that a heightened frustration and angst amongst young men facing limited options in life is a factor in the wave of sexual violence. In 40% of India's schools, there are no separate bathrooms for girls, placing them right into uncomfortable and unsafe situations. This causes many girls to drop out of school upon reaching puberty, prolonging the cycle of low female literacy and keeping them in the grips of poverty. The women also live in a political climate that shames them for coming forward and reporting their abuse. Therefore, men believe they can get away with their crimes because the likelihood of their victim reporting them is slim. Only 19% of the rapes reported in India are investigated and result in the conviction of the criminal. The lack of effective law enforcement in rural areas is a major factor in the increasing rape rates. Police are slow to get on a case and do not treat sexual violence cases with the importance and urgency they deserve. Every 22 minutes, a rape is reported in India, and at least 93 are reported daily in New Delhi alone. This is a serious issue, and government officials need to treat it like one.
कभी एक हाथ से नहीं बचती, दोनों हाथों से बचती है। ये चीज़ देखी जाए। अगर कोई शरीफ लड़की होती है, रात को 9 बजे मतलब नहीं घूमती है। लड़के भी उतने उससे ज़्यादा जिम्मेदार है रेप के लिए, ये लड़के हैं उससे ज़्यादा।
We're told by society, never walk alone at night, never walk down an alleyway. If you think you're being followed, make 3 right turns, because that means they just went in a circle. Never run upstairs if you're being chased, because then you can get trapped. Don't stop if you see a car seat on the side of the road. Hey, here's some nail polish that'll help you identify date rape drugs. Sport this adorable yet fierce keychain so you can gouge someone's eyes out. And on and on and on. You know what would be better? If we just taught young boys that rape isn't even an option.
Women shamelessly propagate rape is by working late into the night. Ladies, why work late and be independent? In fact, why work at all? That's what husbands are for. Fun fact, if he's your husband, it's not rape.
Powerful people have been spreading rumors that things apart from you can cause rape. For example, chow mein. Chow mein is made in the kitchen. And who's in the kitchen?
Movies. And who titillates men on screen?
And cell phones. Cell phones are made for talking. And who talks a lot?
In fact, to elucidate further, here is a pie chart. As you can see, women are the leading cause of 100% of all sexual assaults. Oh, I'm sorry, the math is wrong. Clearly, this pie chart was made by a woman.
Now, here's the shocking story of a 9-year-old rape victim, and she has been denied treatment in 2 hospitals across 2 states. The victim has been humiliated by this treatment, and is this what medical institutions have come to in our nation?
A minor girl was allegedly gang raped by 2 ward boys at a nursing home in Malia district of Uttar Pradesh. The girl was attending on her mother, who was admitted in Sharda hospital on 20th May. The 2 boys took the minor to the room, giving an excuse of medicine, where she was raped. Both the culprits have been arrested by the police.
They say the 72-year-old nun tried to stop a group of about 6 men from robbing a Christian missionary school in West Bengal. When she tried to block the group's way, she was taken into another room where she was raped. The nun is undergoing treatment at a local hospital.
So what's the end-all, be-all solution? What's the answer to all of these problems? Well, there's not really a clear-cut answer, but there is a start. The first step is raising awareness about rape and changing the general attitude in India. Allowing documentaries that actually address rape head-on, like India's Daughter, instead of censoring them, can help bring awareness to this issue. The Indian government is only considering the disregard and tendency to not acknowledge rape as a major problem. Already, the Indian people have been moved by the injustice that women face on a daily basis. They have taken to the streets, and they have demanded that amendments be made to the laws that make it so difficult to be a rape victim in India. Changing the definition of rape is a step in the right direction. Giving a looser definition will ensure that more cases of rape will be acknowledged and recognized.